Hello everyone, welcome back to 60 Thoughts. In this video lecture, we are going to learn quantify statement by using direct method. Let us consider one problem. Show that for all x, p of x then q of x, and for all x, q of x then r of x. So using these two premises, we are going to prove the conclusion statement, that is nothing but for all x, p of x then r of x. So by end of this session, I hope you will understand this concept and also you know how to solve the related problems. So solution. So first we write the given premise, right? So what are the premises are given? Only two premises are there. So we consider this is your first premises. This is our second premises. Okay. So therefore the given premises are for all x p of x then q of x, and for all x q of x then r of x. Okay. So this is what, this is nothing but conclusion statement. So we consider the conclusion statement is for all x p of x then r of x. Okay. Now, so before we solve the problem, first I will tell you how to prove the conclusion statement. So here we see the conclusion statement p of x, r of x is there. But coming to premises, we have only p of x and q of x. Otherwise q of x then r of x is there. We need to prove what? P of x then r of x only. Okay. So what is our target is, first step I am going to split the variable p of x separately, q of x separately, r of x separately. So once we splitted the given proportional variable, later we write what? P of x then r of x. That is called our conclusion statement. Okay. So we consider three columns. One is steps, another one is premises, another one is reason. Okay. So first step I am going to consider first premises. Okay. For first premises, for all x, p of x then q of x. Consider first premises. So p means premises. So why we consider first premises? You can consider any premises at any point of derivations. Okay. So that I am going to consider first premises. So using first premises with universal specification law, I am going to write second step. Okay. So what is the reason? So I am going to use step number 1 with universal specification law. What is universal specification law means? Whenever we have for all x, p of x, whenever we have this type of expression, so I want to write this expression in terms of what? P of a. So that means remove for all x, replace wherever x equal to a. Here we have x is there, so we write x equal to a. This law name is called universal specification law. Okay. Coming to our premises, here for all x is there, here p of x then q of x is there. So that I want to remove for all symbol, at the same time replace x equal to a. So that we get what? P of a then q of a only. Okay. So this is called step number 2. So now coming to first two steps, we are unable to prove conclusion statement. So that I am going to introduce the second premises. What is second premises? This is our second premises, right? So we write second premises for all q of x, then r of x is. So what is P means given premises. Okay. So using step number 3 with the help of universal specification law, I am going to write a fourth step. Okay. So once again we are using universal specification law. We get what? For all x, q of x is there, we can write p of a only. Okay. So here we get q of a then r of a. Okay. So what is the reason? Using step number 3 with universal specification law. Universal specification law is nothing but for all x p of x, we can write only p of a. So this is your p of x value. Okay. So we get this is p of a value. So now we write step number 5. Okay. How to write step number 5? Using step number 2, step number 4 with the help of law of syllogism. Okay. So what is the reason? Step number 2, step number 4 with law of syllogism. What is syllogism law means? So whenever we have p q and q then r, we can write this p then r. Okay. So p then q, q then r, we get p then r. Here we see p of a then q of a, q of a then r of a. So we can write what? P of A, then R of A only. Okay, so first equivalent law, right hand side term, second equivalent law, left hand side variable, both are equal. We write what? First and the last one, that is called P then R. Okay, here also Q of A same. So we can write P of A, then R of A. What is our target? We need to prove the conclusion statement is for all x, P of x, then R of x, right? So at present we have only P of A, then R of A is there. So using step number 5, I am going to write step number 6. What is the reason is, so using step number 5 with the help of what? What is our conclusion statement? For all x is there. So I am going to use universal generalization law. What is universal generalization law means? Whenever we have A, we can write this for all x, P of x. Okay, at present we consider this is our P of A. I am going to apply universal generalization law. We get what? For all x, wherever A equal to x, right? So we get a P of x, then R of x. Why we are using universal generalization law? See our conclusion statement. For all x, P of x, R of x is there, right? So we get what? For all x, P of x, then R of x, right? So therefore, the given premises are called what? Valid only. Why? Because using the given premises, we proved what? Conclusion statement. Therefore, the given premises are valid only. Okay. So I hope you are enjoying the session. Thank you.